Good afternoon. For 4 News Now, I'm Rob King. Welcome to today's KXLY+ Daily Rundown, where I'll take you through some of the top local headlines and give an inside look as to what the 4 News Now team is working on today. Starting with a big story that broke this morning, Washington Governor Jay Inslee announced he will not be seeking re-election. Now, Inslee would be looking at a 4th term should he have chosen to run. He was last elected in 2020 and has been serving as Washington's 23rd governor since 2013. Now, Inslee, in his statement, highlighted some of his accomplishments, but said he was ready to pass the torch. There's no one that seems to have been named yet as a possible successor to run, but we will keep an eye on that. So again, Washington Governor Jay Inslee will not seek re-election. Moving on to what the 4 News Now team is working on today, starting with a big one tonight. The City Council meeting will be looking at a drug ordinance, with the state of Washington failing to pass drug legislation this last session. Vanessa Perez is going to look at the ordinance that the city wants to do locally, which would create a misdemeanor for possession of narcotics as well as prohibit public drug use. So that's going on at the City Council meeting this evening. A couple big things that they will be working on. And this was just the city saying, there's something we have to do. Let's try this, see how it goes. So they'll be introducing that, reading it tonight. And Vanessa will have all the details for you. Also, a busy day at City Hall because a rally is happening tonight as well for supporters of Chief Craig Meidel, the Spokane police chief. Now, Jordan Smith is going to be covering this. What it is that a local group is calling for Meidel's resignation, alleging that he is showing favoritism towards certain business groups and giving them privileged information. The City Council is also weighing a possible investigation on Meidel and whether or not that will go through. So they will take a look at that, see if that's happening. Peter Choi is working on that tonight, so he will be at the supporting Craig Meidel rally, and we'll have all the details on that. Also working on a rally is Jordan Smith. Maybe that's why I got a little confused. Jordan Smith is also at a rally, one that is happening right now, occurred this morning at a local post office. Postal workers are calling for better working conditions, higher wages, and also more staff for their postal jobs. There was a rumor that some post offices might be closing, but Jordan reached out to USPS, who said that's not true. They're not looking at closing postal offices right now. Also, the workers rallying are calling for the removal of the current Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy. So Jordan will have all the latest on that. Natalie Grant, she's working on a follow-up to a weekend story in which 2 pedestrians were found hit and killed by a vehicle up near Airway Heights. Now, the vehicle fled the scene, but a driver was later located intoxicated nearby and arrested, charged with the vehicular manslaughter. Now, it was a 29-year-old woman who was arrested. And according to court documents, that individual had previously been convicted of vehicular homicide in another case in which she hit a person riding a bike in 2011. So Natalie Grant will be working on finding out more in that case. Closing out with a look outside, we got the weather today. Let me pull that lower third away so you can see that better. There we go. Here's what the Monday highs are looking like. Low 70s in Spokane, but still staying above average for this time of year. So we'll have sun and clouds through the day, and because of that warmth, we could see some possible thunderstorms tonight, and that's due again to that above average. Also, as we move towards tomorrow, things are going to ramp back up closer to where they were this weekend, which ended up being pretty warm. We're going to go back into the 80s before we head into Friday, in which things will cool down. We are expecting showers again for a much more mild weekend. So that's what we have for today's KXLY+ Daily Rundown. Thank you for joining. Be sure to download KXLY+ on your connected TVs. That's Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. Also, you can watch these on the 4 News Now mobile app. We do have a special edition of 4 News Now due to American Idol. So our show today begins at 4:30 p.m. And you can also get 4 News Now once American Idol is over at 7 p.m. We'll have an additional show, regular night side tonight. So thank you for joining. We'll have all those and more coming up tonight at 5. But for now, live in studio, I'm Rob King for KXLY+.